Today I'm going to paint the Necron Tomb World bases that I got from Wargame exclusive, and it's coming right up.
Necrons!
Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. Right, today I'm going to be painting the Tomb World bases, or one of them at least, that I was sent by Wargame exclusive. They also sent me a Tau Empire type base set as well, and I'll link the review video up for you in the description below so you can go and check it out. But today we're going to see what they're like to paint. So of course, as always, I primed the base. I used a black spray paint. I didn't wash the base or anything like that. It's just a plastic base. So I just went outside and sprayed it black, and we are good to go. Now I'm going to paint these the same as I do my other Necrons pretty much, although it does sort of take a different direction as I paint them, so keep watching to find out what's happened. So I'm going to dry brush these because that's the easiest way to paint Necrons. There's a lot of detail on these bases, but there are actually some big flat sections, so I was interested to see how they would dry brush up. So first of all, I used Iron Breaker and literally just dry brushed over the whole of the base. Now those big flat sections, whilst there's no detail on there, you can still dry brush them. I mean, some people say you can't dry brush anything that's just flat, but you can, and I proved it because I'm doing it in this video. So yeah, just build up the colour, just gently dry brush all over the base. So next I got Lead Belcher, and I did another dry brush over the top of the base. This just brings out that metal colour quite a lot. Now what I did notice when dry brushing this base is it just dry brushed exactly just like any other miniature. I mean, the details all there, it picks up all the paint, and it's perfect. The details are all crisp and just lovely. So really happy how this base is painting up so far. Now the detail of the base does actually go down the side of the base. There's like a rim above the actual rim of the base as such. Now the base actually has some sand on it going around some of the edges, which I really like because it's going to help the bases match into my current basing system, which is basically black with sort of rocks on. So what I did is I painted the sand black, so obviously where the dry brush is a little bit messy, I just went in and I blacked in the sand. Right, my next colour, Warp Stone Glow from Games Workshop, and yeah, mine's gone all dry and horrible, and it was the only one I had. Now I've made a video all about dropper bottles from Vallejo, which is my now new way to go, so yeah, I need to make an order up for some paint. In the meantime, I thought I'd use some different colours because I need to get this base painted so I can make this video. So what I did instead is I used Cabalite Green, and I started painting the little orb that's on there. I actually chose a base which had scarabs, orbs and a few other bits on there just to sort of get an idea of what it's going to look like painted up. So I painted the orb, I did the little scarab eyes, and then I decided to have a look at the symbols that are on this base. I thought I might be able to do something pretty cool with them. So I went into the grooves of the symbols with this colour, just painting into the grooves as carefully as I could. I intend to do some sort of glow effects for these symbols as well, just to help bring out the details. Once I'd got all of the symbols painted, I then went to some dry brushing, and I started to dry brush around the symbols. Now I did this quite heavily because I wanted to sort of bring out the symbols and really make them sort of glow. So I just dry brushed all over the symbol, and I actually dry brushed around the orb as well. Then I got the next colour on my palette, Seborite Green, and again I dry brushed all over the symbols, mainly in the middle area. I tried to leave the outer area of what I just painted visible, and then use this colour on the sort of more inner areas. I also dry brushed over the orb as well, but once I'd done that I went in and actually painted over the orb as well, just to really make that colour pop, because the dry brushing gives a sort of weaker colour, let's say. So yeah, I painted over the top of the orb with this colour. I then added some white to the seborrheic green, and I continued to dry brush. So again, just dry brushing on the most inner areas of the symbols, trying to hit the edges of the symbol. I did dry brush over the orb again, but once again I went in and also hand painted over the top of that little dry brush. I then got some Dawnstone Grey and I dry brushed over the black, which is just how I have my Necron bases anyway, so these are going to hopefully match into my normal Necron bases quite well. Now obviously I'm not going to use these colours because I do use Warpstone Green and Mute Green on my Necron bases, so I will probably have to strip the paint off of this and repaint it when I get some proper paint, but like I said, I wanted to get this painted for this video for you. Then all I had to do was paint the rims of the bases black, and I'm done. I'm really liking how this came out, even though it's not my normal Necron colours. I do have to say that I really love Cabalite Green. The colour looks really awesome, and I have actually used this colour when painting my Blackstone on my Necrons, which I've got a painting tutorial on if you would like to see it. Here it is, and here's the review video of this base set for you to check out.